We are ready. Yes, we are live. We are live. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a new edition of EdXiS VoX, the place where education meets vision, leadership, and courage to create change. This evening, we are not just talking about school, we are talking about impact, about people who do not wait for change to happen, they create it. Because education is no longer limited to the classroom, it lives within communities. It grows through collaboration and it's become truly powerful when it inspires action. Our guest is someone who perfectly represents this idea: a teacher, a trainer, a leader, a change maker. A person who has trained teachers, schools, principal, and public administration representatives, helping them embrace innovation, technology, and new ways of thinking. Someone who believes that education should not only prepare students for exam, but prepare people for life. And as if that were not enough, he has also brought together thousands of people throughout the initiative Let's Plant Around the World, contributing to planting of more than 33,000 trees and proving that education and action can grow side by side. Because he's a real leader. And because sometimes changing the world begins with planting, is not begin with planting a single tree, and sometimes it begins with inspiring a single person. And before we begin, I would like to share something personal. Marius is not only our guest in this evening. He's one of the people who has supported me through many projects, encouraged me, and believe in ideas even when they seem impossible. And if is one thing I learned from him throughout the Let's Plant Around the World experience is that a project is not about numbers. It's not about statistics. It's not about how many photos you post after an event. It's about people, about hearts, about the connection you create and the impact you leave behind. Mariusz showed me through action that when people believe in common idea, they can build something much greater than themselves. And by the way, Marius, I know you are Google partner trainer and that you work with technology every day. So I have just a request for this evening. If I run out of English words, I hope you have Google Translate Live button ready for me. But be careful. And I will say what I write to you on your post today was so funny and you made me laugh. You are officially in my hands now. Be
Yeah.
careful. And the only good news, there is absolutely no escape. Um, Dear ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mariusz Wojciński. Dobry wieczór.
Dobry wieczór.
Welcome, Mariusz.
Hello, nice to see you. And I hear so many good words about me. And first of all, I
Yeah.
need to say that I'm not English teacher. Yeah, you know that, but I need to tell it. I am just biology or science teacher in Polish school. And yeah, I am trainer of partner of Google, but we train in Polish. And yeah, I need use it sometimes translator. But we try to do the best how I can. I'm trying to be funny too. Let's start it.
Mariusz, I can start my questions for you. Are you
Wow.
ready?
Yeah, I
Do
try
you
to be
have
ready.
trust? Okay.
Absolutely.
Good. Marius, if there were a global reset button for education, would you press it out without hesitation? Or will you be afraid that after the restart, the system you will still require updates that nobody installs? And from your perspective, what do you believe is the biggest problem of education today?
Oh
I
my.
catch you.
Oh my, yeah, you get me. A strong question to the start. Mm, I would press it. Of course, in the back of my mind, I'm convinced we're starting from scratch and having update to the system. However, doing it from scratch seems like a safer option. There's huge change. The updates would be effective and would patch to the holes in the system. By system reset, I means everything, not just the government, but
Yes,
entire system. Everyone's, every people, every students, every teachers, everyone. For me, the biggest problem in education, I think is politics. Uh, Schools at every level should be independent. Unfortunately, our appended impartiality is merely a smoke and screen. We are dependent on the decision of the those in power, and unfortunately, under the guise of good intention, we become involved in politics with destroy education. I mean that sometimes we don't support a given political camp, and even if that camp has good ideas, mm, we'll still criticize them. This is our mentality. For me, education shouldn't be based on power, and the government shouldn't use education for its own purpose. That's all.
wonderful. So even education needs software updates. That is
Absolutely,
good
yes.
to know because people say students are the problem.
Yeah,
But
I think yes. Students have many problems, but I think teachers have problems many too, and we need change everything. We need change. We need start everything.
we need
Start
a
from zero.
restart.
Yeah, restart.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
With a lot of updates. A
Yeah,
lot.
yeah,
Marius, as a Google partner, because I know you are Google partner trainer, tell
yeah.
us honestly, are teachers more afraid of artificial intelligence or of students who already know how to use it better than they do?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Honestly, I think a teacher afraid of technology itself. AI, just another tool, just like calculators, Wikipedia, or Google search once were. Mm, there are accidentally stems from the second uses, the loss of authority and control. As a teacher, we try not to be source of knowledge in the classroom. When a student sits at the desk and use few well-crafted prompts to generate literature analytics, write code, or solve a complex problem in 30 seconds, 15 seconds, just sometimes it's 5 seconds, and does it more efficiently that the teacher and natural fear of having one's limitation exposed setting. It's the fear that the education system, as we know, it's stopping to work, and the students are 3 steps ahead.
Yeah,
We don't have anything to afraid. We need not just to try change everything. Mhm.
wonderful.
But my role as a Google partner, yeah, instead of competing with student over who gets AI better, teachers need to transition from the role of walking encyclopedia and to the role of mentor of guide. It's hard. Students might be great at clicking buttons, sorry, and generating content, but they often lack critical thinking, don't know how to verify what is fake, what is fake news, and they don't understand the ethical aspect of AI. Um, and this is a space where a teacher is always will be. I think it's true and irrepressible. the most important in this classroom. And we don't have to faster than the algorithm. We just have to wiser in how we use it.
Yes, true. True. Dear teachers, don't panic yet. Mariusz said about,
Absolutely, yes.
yeah,
But,
he's there. He's there. He will manage all the problems of the world. Mariusz,
mhm.
speaking about environmental education, what is harder to recycle today, plastic or mindsets, old mindsets of in
Mhm.
education?
Talking about ecology, yeah. Hmm. Plastic takes hundreds of years to decompress, but old mindset in education can be ever more resistant to degradation. If we look at the truth, the lens of chemistry and logistic, recycling plastic is a massive technological challenge. But however, from the perspective of psychology and social system, changing human mentality is a far more difficult process because it requires breaking down structures that we have built every generation. In environmental education, we still resting with a few outdated materials that eventually need recycling. Mm, we still teach ecology as if it were just about memorizing definition and the dates of International Climate Summit. This is a mistake. Ecology is not a set of facts to be claimed. It's a lifestyle and a critical thinking skill. I think in my school, environmental education ends with putting out colorful recycling bins, as in 1990 mindset. The modern would require us to teach the circular economy and composition reduction, and not just cleaning up after ourselves. The old model teachers sit at your desk and listen to what drains the planet. Um, I think the new model must give students the tools to take action here and now. Truth project technology like the Google tools or environmental data analytics and real world impact on the surrounding. However, as a Google trainer, I believe that technology and modern education can act as catalyst in the process. We can recycle plastic mechanically, but to recycle on old mindset, we need teachers, we need leaders who aren't afraid to step away from the blackboard and show students that taking care of the planet is a stake in their own future. We need just do it. We need start it.
Exactly. Action. Action. Marius, if today's students could honestly describe the education system in one single word,
Hmm.
what do you think it will be? Inspiring, exhausting, or loading?
Hmm. Good question. And hard question. Um, I think if you ask them for the 100% honest opinion, must would be choose the word, I think loading without
Loading.
destination. Yeah, because it's perfectly captured the state of limbo days students find themselves in. On one hand, they live in a dynamic digital world. Their answers are delivered in a fraction of the second, and technology changes daily. Mm. On the other hand, every morning they walk into school where the system runs on outdated processor, constantly phrasing as it's tried to load a curriculum designed for a completely different generation. It's a permanent state of walking of education to finally catch up with reality. Of course, right behind that word will be the word exhausting. Students are overstimulated, or but the pressure and grades and the sheer volume of materials, they are forced to memorize it without reflection. As for inspiring, unfortunately today that is luxury. It's appeared really usually on when a student crosses path with a passion teacher who knows how to break through the system mold. As a teacher, I see this very clearly. Our job is not overwhelm students with more megabytes of data to memorize. We need to finally hit refresh, and the entire system cut down this loading time and make sure schools start matching the pace of the world, piece of the world, sorry, and these young people are already living in this world, in this difficult world.
Yeah, and I'm thinking Marius is loading. It's in loading. Science
I s- yes, I
95.
yeah,
It's still loading. It's still
it's still
loading.
loading. Yeah,
At least it's not showing the celebrate VIP error 404. Yeah, that
I hope in the future it could be. Yeah, when we
yeah.
start to reset this system, but we're still loading. Yes, we're still
We're
looking
still
something
loading.
else.
We're still
Yeah.
loading without an error. Without
Yeah.
error 404. What is the more dangerous for the future? A school without technology or a school with technology but without inspiring teachers?
Hmm.
I have my question, but it's a challenge for you.
It's a big challenge.
My
Uh,
answer.
yeah, all question is a big challenge. I need to find a good answer.
I
Um,
can make a mental map or a picture.
yeah, it's very
Why
interesting.
not?
Yeah, it's a good question, but I need to think about it, what to say good and say it in English. Um,
Yeah, I'm giving you time.
okay, great. I try to give it. Without a doubt, a school with the latest technology, but without inspiring teachers, is far more dangerous.
Yeah,
Uh, Technology itself, whether we are talking about, I don't know, Chromebooks, AI, or VR headsets, is just a tool. It's simple pieces of silicon and plastic. If we put the most advanced equipment into a classroom that lack patience, mentoring, and genius human connection, that technology becomes nothing more than a digital version of the old blackboard. Blackboard. And instead of opening minds, it will be used for mindlessly clicking through text or event words. It will become just another source of digital of it multi-mission and long lines for the students. I think a school without technology is outdated. That is true.
yeah,
It's limited young people head start in the modern world. However, if has aspiring teacher, it can still have shape brilliant, critical thinking and curious human minds. See that teachers can ignite a spark in the student through um, a conversation, a book, or simple stick during a biology lesson, just like me. How I say, I think about Google Trainer and I repeat it at every single workshop. Technology will not replace teachers, but technology in the hands of an inspired teacher can change the world. Mm,
yeah.
The best
And you
software,
know, technology can connect devices, but I think an inspirational teacher, a teacher who have inspiration can connect people, can connect hearts.
yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. I think the future of education is not the robots, robots teaching
for
children.
sure.
It's a
for sure.
it's technology supporting teachers who have time and space to be trying ways for the students. Mm, we need to think about it. We afraid the technology. It's not good. Yes, we need to try use it in my hands and this AI or another thing just help me how to be better teacher and make more interesting lesson.
True, so true. And we can come all in your trainings too, then you can teach us new things about the Google.
Yeah, I tried that. They always so I understand, I afraid, I can do it, and so on. But I mean, you need to think about this. Our students know how to use the technology.
For
Uh,
sure, because you can, if you say I can't, then all your I don't know, you don't have that start, you don't have that inspiration. If you are blocked there in that these words, I can't. Uh,
I hate this word. Yes, I hate this word in when the teachers say because they really can. They have many information, they use many options, but they don't know that. They have a
exactly,
phones. First time when I go
exactly.
to them to train, I tell them, "Do you have a phone?" Yeah, I have phone. Use
Yeah,
technology on your life.
yeah.
Just do it on the lesson. Just start it.
In a world where children receive hundreds of notifications every day, how can a teacher still earn something so rare today? A
Yeah.
student's real attention, because they
Mhm.
have so much technology, so much information. Um, the times are in changes, and they are not same generation like now, 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking the world dominated by algorithms fighting for the attention economy, winning against hundreds of notification for example, TikTok or Discord with a traditional lecture is losing battle from the start. A smartphone will be always win when it comes to delivering quick dopamine. To capture a student really attention, we need to change the rules of the game. As a teacher, as a Google trainer, as environmental educator, I use three complementary strategies to achieve this.
Yeah,
First is authentically and connection over uh, entitled authority. Mm, you can say the teacher's voice. Student Students can support in authentical installity. The attention doesn't belong to us be default just because we are stating on the front of the classroom. It's
yeah,
earned be building a safe relationship and showing them that what we are talking about directly impact their lives. Yeah, we need being broadcaster of information on the start, being partners in discussion. And when a student feels seen and heard, the attention naturally shift back to the teacher. Second one is the Google Trainer voice. I need to tell about Google. It's my favorite best, but interested of fighting smartphones, we must pull them into the learning process. Um, I use technology to transform positive listening into active participation. For example, Google Tools. It could be docs or mapping climate trends in Google Earth. Allow students to co-create the lesson. Attention drives where there is interactive and agency. If we give them the tools to test knowledge practically, all right, then and their app notification to take a backseat. And last one, it's the eco-trained voice. Mm, it's important because today's teachers suffer from nature deficit, discover and permanent sensory overload. That is why part of my mission in teaching then the ecology of attention, digital detox, and mental hygiene. The best way to reset an overstimulated nervous system and regain focus in the step outside the classroom. Biology, geography, or even math lesson taught in the park, surrounded by greenery and away from screens, engage in really different senses.
Yes.
Nature naturally questions information noise and open mind to deep, mindful thinking.
But I'm
Mm,
thinking teaching competing with TikTok every day.
yeah,
The teachers who compete with TikTok every day deserve medals, really, really. Because I think attention is the officially the most expensive currency in education.
exactly.
Marius, how you ever experienced a moment when technology completely failed during a presentation because this has happened. It's happened. And you had to improvise like a true digital magician.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's true. Yeah, absolutely. I can say anyone who works with technology on a regular basic note that Murphy's law is very real and is operates flawlessly in education. Mm, as a Google trainer, as a teacher, I have a few of these moments, absolutely, but one is, hmm, yeah, one is the particle standards. Uh, I
And
was
then the moment when plan B become plan A, that is the moment.
That's
Plan
the
B
moment.
become plan A.
I never have the plan A, B, and C because I don't know what happened.
Oh my God,
Mm,
you don't have.
yeah, I try, but it's not good for me. I just start to another solution and I try use it plan X or something else. Usually it's
Yeah,
interesting. We try to funny and try to not try. Yeah, we try.
exactly.
Sometimes we can't.
If
Yeah.
students could eliminate one thing from school tomorrow morning, it's suppose tomorrow it's Sunday. Let's say Monday, Tuesday. If the students could eliminate one single thing from school tomorrow morning, what do you think will disappear first? Exams, homework, or waking up early? I will say early morning wake up if
Yeah,
I am
it's
a
the
student.
first question I have answer. It's easy. Yeah, really, it's easy. I think it's waking up early without a single second of hesitation. Yeah, and paradoxality, as a teacher, I would fully support them. Absolutely in this. Why that? Why that one? Because from a biological and ecological standpoint, forcing teenagers to function at 8 a.m. is literally battle against nature. And neurobiological research clearly show that young people internal biological clock are shifted. Their brains only begin to fire or silent around, I don't know, 10 a.m. Starting school at the crack of dawn condemns them to a state of permanently jet lag. Hmm.
Yeah.
However, I think its next one is it could be homework.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. Marius, if you no, I think no. I think I will ask you, tell us honestly, with the funniest situation. What is the funniest situation you have ever experienced as a teacher? When you try to be very serious, but your students manage to turn the entire moment into a, I don't know, comedy show. Let's see. Let's say comedy show.
Comedy show. Our lesson is this comedy
Don't
show.
tell me you didn't have these moments because I know you has a lot.
Yeah, I have many situation. Yeah, when I read this day's exams, it's gonna be a comedy show. I don't do it. I don't have exams in my lesson. But yeah, the most important. Okay, one of these moments happened when I decide to deliver a very seriously profound lesson on environmental education.
Yeah.
I want to touch their hearts and minds by thinking about biodiversity, spices existation, and we can use technology to monitoring disappearing wildlife. And I demanded the classroom lights, put out dramatic, heartbreaking documentary about endangered ecosystems on their project, and began speaking in a louder, deep voice. Look at this. If we don't start acting here and now, this magnificent creature will vanish from the face of the earth forever. There's a fate in your hands, and so long and so long. And the classroom was very dead silence, almost like a movie sense. I was so proud of myself. It's felt like I had genius researched them. And exactly at the moment of big emotional attention, one of my Chromebooks left forgotten on a desk, and the back of the room studently wake up. And maximum volume is blasted the voice assistant accompanied by looping upbeat dance track and machine voice loading. The party has started. And we would like to search for pizza resize. Why not? It's the best moment for that. And absolutely, the serious atmosphere is happens spent 15 minutes building bubbled like a shop bubble. And student in the front row immediately looked up at me, and with absolutely deep and seriousness and chiming in, Professor, we understand the gravity of the situation, but this
Yeah.
spices are going excited. Could be at least get that pizza for comfort. And AI clearly knows exactly when we need right now. Just to the end. Yeah,
Right.
I need to finish my lesson, and
And
then
Google
how I
couldn't help you so much.
yeah, and how I
Google
say
couldn't help you so
all
much.
yeah all my lesson try and be comedy, and why not? We're very
Yeah.
fun.
Now relax, you have just two more questions, but I need to do this. In Let's Plant Around the World, you managed to build a large community of people and organize an impressive planting initiative. What was your secret, Marius? How did you inspire so many people to believe in one idea and take action together for change? Because what you did there was a movement.
I don't have any secrets.
Well, you
Absolutely.
have a secret. Always you have a secret.
Oh, no, yeah, this is for me, the success of the Let's Plants Around the World project is mm, tangible proof of what happens when we combine a passion for ecology with the involvement in the school company community. And when we started, it was just an idea. With Spark, however, is as a teacher, I know perfectly well that they care to enjoying people is not just talking about the problem, but
Exactly.
giving them the tools to take collective active action. And for me, as eco teacher, the most important aspects of Infinitive were two. First is true agency. We showed young people that they have a real impact on how to change our planet ecosystem. Economics of cell, we proved that tree planting transcends borders. We're building a community based on trust and shared goals. And Let's Plans Around the World wasn't a time event. It's a challenge to the old model of education. We showed that the most effective ecology lesson in one in which you get more hands dirty and in the soil and see the results of your work years
Exactly.
later. And this is in the direction in which a modern school should be go.
Wonderful. Wonderful. You are in my heart, and I am so proud of what you did there.
Yeah,
And now,
I need
let's
to
see,
say
because
I'm
I
proud for
say,
my teacher, my kids.
yeah, I said you are on my hands today. Marius, before you wrap up, I'd like to ask you a few words at the end of your life. Sorry, at the end of the talk show.
Oh
I
my.
got you. I was sure you don't react. I was sure. You had, if you had I don't know, 10 seconds, 20 seconds to send a message, one message to the entire global education system, what would you be the truth that nobody's allowed to ignore anymore?
Whoa,
Wow. Let's
whoa.
see. I
Yeah,
am so curious.
I'm sure.
Don't tell me this. Don't tell me this.
Okay. Um, okay, let's start it. Um, People didn't follow me because I was a teacher. They followed an idea they felt was their own from the very beginning. I didn't say, see what I'm doing, but see what we can do together. I give space and decision-making power to the community, and every teacher, students, and parents involved in the projects feel so ownership. Um, when you give people trust and shared responsibility, it's magic happens.
Yeah.
Um, Ecology is often associated with large, overwhelming, paralyzing problems like the greenhouse effects or the ozone
Mhm.
hole. Mm, my secret was to dispel this fear instead of frightening people with catastrophe. We delivered a clear, simply, and beautiful message. Plant a tree. Uh, Got your hands dirty with soil, do it local, and we'll take care of the rest. We reduce a global problem to a simply physical gesture that anyone can perform. And people need to see the meaning of the action. Here, technology played to key role. We use it in the digital glue, uh, binding together hundreds of local action into the global entity. When a school is small town in Poland, so an interactive map that they appears from across the world, where we're doing the exact same things at the same time. They feel the powerful dose of inspiration. Mm, they saw that the single tree was part of the great green wall we were building together. Mm, my secret, I'm simply stopped teaching about change and gave people institutive tools to become that change themselves. I showed them that technology has hurt and that caring for the planet is most exciting team projects you can participate it.
Wonderful, Marius. This is Marius, and he is incredible. He's incredible
Yeah.
as a leader, incredible as a teacher. Tonight we talked about much more than education. We talked about leadership, about responsibility, about innovation, about courage. And perhaps most importantly, we talk about the power that one person has to create change far beyond the walls of the classroom. It's that is a good word, beyond the walls of the classroom. Because true education is not measured by the number of lessons we teach. It is measured by the number of lives we inspire, maybe. Tonight, Marius reminds us that the education is not only about knowledge, it's about building communities, creating opportunities, protecting the future, and empowering people to believe in that their action that matter. Whether we are thinking about technology, environmental projects, teaching training, or leadership, one message becomes very clear. The future will not be built by spectators. It will be built by people who choose to learn, lead, collaborate, and take action. A huge thank you to our special guest, Mariusz Wojciński, for sharing his experience, vision, and inspiration with us in this evening. We thank you to everyone who joined us live from different corners of the world. Remember always, one idea can inspire one person can inspire a community, and why not? A community can change the world. This was EdXiS VoX today. Change your mindset, rewrite your future, think bigger, uh, break limits, break that limits, and build a future. We wish you all wonderful evening and fantastic weekend. We'll see you the next weekend for another edition of This is Vox with new ideas, new perspectives, and new conversation that inspire change. If you have question or wishes for Marius, you can write him. You can write him also in chat. Marius, do you have some words before of the end of your life?
No, no. I talked so much,
No,
and
you didn't talk to us so much. You
um,
said you were so brave. You were so brave. And I didn't catch you. It's true. Your English is so good.
I tried.
Everything was amazing. I can
Okay,
catch you.
great, great. Thank you very much. But how you say, if you have a question, you can write to me. I try to answer you how I can. Try it in Polish. You can use Google translation. You speak
It's
Polish very
great.
well. You know that, yeah. Better on me on my English. But I absolutely, if you have any problems in a question, I try to help you if I can.
Even our English is good or not, we are brave and we go. We go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Marius, again. Good luck in your projects, in your work, in your leadership. And see you soon in the next
Absolutely.
actions. Bye bye.
Absolutely.
Bye,
Bye. See
everyone.
you.
Good night. See you.
See you. Thank you. Bye.